What do gig economy statistics reveal about demographics? Have you ever wondered how the gig economy shapes the workforce in the United States? Let's take a closer look at what the statistics tell us about the demographics involved in gig work. The gig economy is a significant and rapidly growing part of the labor market. By the year 2025, over 70 million Americans are expected to be engaged in freelance or gig work. This number could rise to approximately 86.5 million by 2027, which would mean that more than half of the total United States workforce is involved in gig jobs. This shift shows that gig work is becoming a common employment option rather than just a temporary solution. When we examine age demographics, millennials, those born between 1981 and 1995, representing the largest share of gig workers, making up about 46% of this workforce. However, gig work is not just for younger individuals. Older generations, like baby boomers, are also participating significantly. In fact, baby boomers in the gig economy tend to hold 3 times as many full-time jobs as millennials. Individuals aged 45 to 54 are more likely to depend on gig work as their main source of income compared to other age groups. Looking at ethnic demographics, we see that certain groups have higher participation rates in gig work. For example, over 40% of Hispanic Americans have engaged in some form of gig work. This reflects how the gig economy provides flexible job opportunities for diverse communities. Income levels among gig workers vary greatly. While many earn moderate incomes, a notable number achieve high earnings. Approximately 4.7 million independent workers earned over $100,000 in 2024. Additionally, more than 20% of gig workers fall into this high earner category. The highest paying gig jobs include massage therapy, averaging around $27.34 per hour, while driving for services like Uber pays about $19 per hour. Despite these earnings, many gig workers worry about their financial stability, with 70% expressing concerns about insufficient savings. Geographically, gig work is more concentrated in certain states. For instance, Florida has the highest concentration of gig workers, with 22% of its workforce engaged in gig jobs. This regional variation reflects local economic conditions and the availability of gig opportunities. In terms of work patterns, many gig workers juggle multiple gigs at once. About 75% hold 2 or more gig jobs, highlighting the flexibility and sometimes necessity of combining different income sources. Moreover, more than half of contracting workers put in over 40 hours per week, indicating that gig work can be just as demanding as traditional employment. When it comes to benefits and protections, about 19% of independent workers relying on Medicare for health insurance. This points to ongoing challenges in accessing traditional employment benefits within the gig economy. Overall, gig economy statistics reveal a labor force that is diverse in age, ethnicity, income, and geography. A significant portion of the United States population is engaging in freelance or contract work. This trend reflects changing employment preferences and economic conditions, with gig work offering flexibility while also raising concerns about income stability and access to benefits.